Are you leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table? That is the single most important question every veteran needs to ask themselves right now. You served, you sacrificed, and you earned the benefits promised to you, but the truth is, the VA system is designed like a maze. It's confusing. It's intentionally opaque. Most veterans, the overwhelming majority, know about the basic GI Bill and the standard home loan, but those are just the tip of the iceberg. There are 15 profoundly valuable, life-changing benefits hidden deep within the regulations, and if you don't know the exact codes, the specific forms, and the precise eligibility requirements, you will miss them. You are entitled to these. They are yours. We are going to break down these 15 critical, overlooked benefits, starting right now, because every single day you wait is a day you are denying yourself the financial security and support you earned. The first critical benefit many veterans miss, especially those with severe service-connected disabilities, is the VA Specially Adapted Housing, SAH, grant. This is not just a small stipend. This is serious, life-altering money designed to create a barrier-free living environment. We're talking about a maximum grant amount that changes annually, often exceeding $100,000, specifically tailored to build, modify, or purchase a home suitable for your needs. This is not for minor adjustments. This is for veterans with specific, severe service-connected disabilities, like the loss of multiple limbs, blindness in both eyes combined with the loss of a limb, or severe burn injuries. The eligibility is strict, but the impact is massive. Many veterans assume the VA only covers medical costs, forgetting that mobility and independence within your own home are fundamentally medical necessities. The SAH grant ensures that if you are wheelchair-bound, your home can accommodate wide doorways, specialized bathrooms, and ramps without bankrupting you. It even covers certain smart home technologies designed to increase independence. But here is the hidden part. There is also the Special Housing Adaptation, SHA, grant, which is for less severe disabilities, but still offers substantial funds, often around $20,000 to $25,000. Veterans often confuse these two, applying for the wrong one or assuming they don't qualify for either because they didn't lose a limb in combat. If you have a severe mobility issue stemming from your service, you need to look up VA Form 264555 immediately. This is not a loan, it is a grant. It is free money to make your life livable. The grant can be used up to 6 times throughout your life, provided the total amount does not exceed the maximum allowed grant limit for that specific calendar year. Think about that. 6 times. This flexibility allows veterans to move or adapt a second home if their needs change significantly over time. The key detail is understanding the difference between the SAH and the SHA. SAH is for permanent total disabilities that require significant structural changes to the home for accessibility, such as installing an elevator or completely rebuilding a bathroom to be fully accessible. SHA is typically for adaptations that improve mobility within the existing structure, like ramps or widening a single doorway. The VA meticulously reviews the medical necessity for these adaptations. If your disability rating is 100% P&T, permanent and total, but does not meet the specific criteria for loss of use of limbs, severe burns, or blindness, you might assume you are out of luck. But the EOA regulations are incredibly detailed. You must have a full understanding of the schedule of ratings and how your specific condition translates into the statutory eligibility criteria for these grants. The paperwork is complex, requiring detailed architectural plans and contractor bids before approval. Do not attempt this without professional guidance or deep self-education. This grant is so frequently missed because veterans often stop applying for benefits once they secure their monthly compensation, failing to realize that infrastructure grants are a completely separate entitlement stream. The money is there, but you must know the exact door to knock on. Moving quickly to the second benefit, which is often a financial lifesaver for surviving family members but is widely misunderstood. The conversion options for VA life insurance. Everyone knows about SGLI, Service Members Group, life insurance while on active duty. But what happens when you separate? Most veterans let their SGLI lapse, or they transition to VGLI, Veterans Group Life Insurance, without fully understanding the crucial deadlines and financial implications. VGLI is often far more expensive than private term life insurance, especially as you age, and it has increasing premium schedules that can become prohibitive. The hidden benefit here is the option to convert SGLI into a commercial policy without needing a medical exam, provided you do it within 120 days of separation. This is a massive underwriting advantage, especially if you developed service-connected medical conditions that would otherwise make private insurance prohibitively expensive or impossible to obtain. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or mental health conditions connected to your service, a private insurer would rate you as high risk. By using the conversion option, you secure standard rates because the insurance company cannot medically underwrite you. This 120-day window is unforgiving. Miss it, and you are stuck with expensive VGLI or face the private market with your service-connected health history. Furthermore, the conversion must be done to a permanent policy, usually whole life, offered by one of the participating commercial companies. This provides cash value and guaranteed premiums, which is a significant asset. Vets often overlook this because they are overwhelmed during transition. They see the VGLI sign-up sheet and check the box, assuming it's the best deal. It is rarely the best deal. The true hidden benefit is the guaranteed insurability that the conversion provides. It bypasses the entire medical risk assessment process. Imagine a veteran with a 70% disability rating for various chronic conditions trying to buy a $500,000 policy privately. The premiums would be astronomical. The conversion option neutralizes that risk. You must contact the SGLI administrator immediately upon separation to request the list of approved conversion carriers and understand the permanent product options. Do not let this opportunity vanish. It is a one-time, time-sensitive financial shield for your family. If you have already separated, review your current VGLI policy. Calculate what you are paying versus a standard term life policy available today. If the difference is substantial, you may be paying a premium for a benefit you could have secured much cheaper years ago, all because you missed the critical 120-day conversion deadline. Third on our list is the Veteran Readiness and Employment, VR&E Program, Chapter 31. Everyone knows the GI Bill, Chapter 33, but VR&E is often superior for veterans with service-connected disabilities who need career retraining. VR&E is not just for college, it is a comprehensive rehabilitation program. The hidden value here is that it covers expenses the GI Bill won't touch. It pays for specialized training, certifications, licenses, tools, and even potentially adaptive equipment necessary for your employment. If you are a disabled veteran who needs to switch careers entirely, say, moving from infantry to coding, VR&E can cover the cost of a highly specialized coding boot camp, which often falls outside standard university degree programs. It also provides a subsistence allowance, which for many is higher than the housing allowance provided by the post-9/11 GI Bill, especially if you have dependents. The eligibility criteria require a service-connected disability rating of at least 10% and a finding of an employment handicap. This means the VA must determine that your service-connected disability makes it difficult for you to find or keep a suitable job. The key is the personalized counseling. A VR&E counselor works with you to develop a specific career track, paying for everything required to make that goal happen. We are talking about laptops, specialized software, books, and even specific clothing required for an apprenticeship. The VA treats this as an investment in your successful re-entry into the workforce. The GI Bill is an educational benefit. VR&E is a rehabilitation benefit. The distinction is crucial. Furthermore, for those who have exhausted their post-9/11 GI Bill, VR&E can sometimes be used concurrently or sequentially, offering additional months of education and training support. This is a huge, often overlooked opportunity for veterans who use their GI Bill immediately after separation and, now, years later, find their disabilities require a complete career change. The application process involves an initial evaluation and assessment, and veterans often get denied initially because they don't clearly articulate the link between their disability and their employment handicap. Do not take the first no. Reapply and focus your narrative on how your specific service-connected conditions prevent you from performing your previous job or make finding suitable employment challenging. This benefit is designed to restore employability. It is comprehensive, targeted, and far more flexible than the standard education benefits. It's an entire package of support, not just tuition reimbursement. This benefit often includes job-seeking assistance, resume development, interview coaching, and access to job fairs specifically targeting disabled veterans. The depth of support offered by VR&E is what makes it truly hidden and valuable. It is a holistic approach to career transition, recognizing that a disabled veteran needs more than just classroom time. They need a complete vocational overhaul. The fourth benefit, critical for vulnerable veterans, is the VEL Fiduciary Program. This is not a benefit you necessarily want to use, but it is a critical safeguard for those who need it. If a veteran is deemed unable to manage their own financial affairs due to injury, illness, or age, the VA appoints a fiduciary, a trusted person or institution, to manage their VA benefits payments. Why is this hidden and important? Because it protects the most vulnerable veterans from financial exploitation, scams, or mismanagement. Veterans receiving high levels of compensation, perhaps due to severe mental health conditions or traumatic brain injury, TBI, are often targets. The fiduciary ensures that the veteran's compensation is used solely for their maintenance and support. This process is initiated when the VA receives evidence that a beneficiary may be incapable of managing their funds. This evidence can come from a VA doctor, a family member, or a social worker. The VA then conducts a field examination to determine competency. If you have a family member who is a veteran and is struggling with financial management due to their service-connected condition, initiating the fiduciary review process is an act of protection, not punishment. Many families hesitate, fearing it strips the veteran of autonomy, but the goal is financial stability and security. The VA Fiduciary Program rigorously vets the proposed fiduciary, ensuring they have no conflicts of interest and are financially sound. They are required to submit regular accountings to the VA, detailing how the funds were spent. This system provides a crucial layer of oversight that standard power of attorney arrangements often lack. Understanding this program is vital for families of veterans with severe psychiatric conditions, advanced dementia, or TBI, where impulsivity and vulnerability to scams are high risks. It ensures the veteran's monthly compensation is directed toward housing, food, and medical needs, preventing catastrophic financial loss. This is a safety net that is often unknown until a financial crisis hits, and by then, it might be too late. The VA is serious about protecting these funds. They perform background checks, credit checks, and require bonding for professional fiduciaries. This level of scrutiny ensures the veteran's money is safeguarded. Next up, the fifth benefit, which is entirely state-dependent but offers massive annual savings. State-specific tax exemptions. Many veterans, especially those who move frequently, assume VA benefits are purely federal. They overlook the goldmine of state-level benefits, particularly property tax exemptions. If you have a service-connected disability rating, many states offer a significant, sometimes 100%, exemption from property taxes. This is not a small discount. This can save a disabled veteran thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of dollars annually, making housing significantly more affordable. The eligibility percentage varies wildly. Some states require a 100% P&T rating. Others start granting partial exemptions at 10% or 20%. For example, Texas offers a 100% exemption for 100% P&T disabled veterans. Florida offers exemptions based on disability percentage. If you are a disabled veteran, you must research your state and county tax assessor's website immediately. This benefit is not automatically applied. You have to file specific paperwork, often yearly, with your local tax authority, providing proof of your VA disability rating. Furthermore, many states also offer income tax exemptions on military retirement pay or VA disability compensation. While VA compensation is federally tax-free, some states try to tax military retirement pay. Knowing which states fully exempt this income can be a deciding factor in where you choose to retire. This is a critical factor for financial planning. If you are 100% disabled and living in a high property tax state that offers a full exemption, you are essentially getting a massive, perpetual financial subsidy. This is easily overlooked because it requires proactive research into local municipal codes, not just federal VA paperwork. The property tax exemption is often the single most valuable, non-monetary benefit available to severely disabled veterans. If you own a home and you have a disability rating, stop everything and check your state-specific laws on disabled veteran property tax exemptions. The application process is generally handled by the county appraisal district, not the VA, which is why it's so often missed. You must be the one to initiate the process, usually by providing your VA award letter. The sixth benefit is a crucial resource for elderly or severely disabled veterans requiring long-term care. The VA Aid and Attendance, ANA. Pension. This is often confused with standard disability compensation, but it is entirely different. ANA is an increased monthly pension amount paid to veterans or surviving spouses who require the regular aid of another person to perform daily functions, are bedridden, or are patients in a nursing home. This is a non-service-connected pension, meaning the AD disability does not have to be related to military service, but the veteran must meet specific income and asset limits and have served during a wartime period. The ANA benefit is substantial, providing thousands of dollars per month to offset the crippling costs of home health care or assisted living facilities. This benefit is notoriously difficult to apply for because of the strict financial requirements and the complex look-back period for asset transfers. Many families hire specialized attorneys to navigate the application process, which highlights its complexity. The hidden truth about ANA is that it is often the bridge that prevents financial ruin for aging veterans. If a veteran needs assistance with bathing, dressing, eating, or medication management, they may qualify. The key is proving the medical need and meeting the financial threshold. The VA sets a maximum allowable net, worth limit, and assets are carefully scrutinized. Understanding how unreimbursed medical expenses reduce countable income is vital for qualifying. The ANA pension is a lifeline for geriatric veterans. It is designed to ensure that those who served our nation do not face poverty simply because they require expensive, consistent care in their final years. If you are caring for an aging parent who served, this is the benefit you must investigate immediately. It can dramatically improve their quality of life and ease the financial burden on the family. Furthermore, there is a similar benefit called housebound, which provides a lower rate for veterans who are substantially confined to their immediate premises, but do not require the constant aid of another person. It is essential to understand the distinction between ANA and housebound, as they have different criteria and payment rates. But Both fall under the umbrella of the VA Non-Service Connected Pension Program. The application process is lengthy, requiring extensive medical documentation detailing the need for assistance, often taking 6 months to a year for a decision. Patience and meticulous record-keeping are mandatory for success. Our seventh hidden benefit targets entrepreneurship. The Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise, DVBE, status and federal contracting priority. If you are a service-disabled veteran and you own a business, you qualify for massive advantages in securing federal contracts. The federal government has specific goals for awarding a percentage of contracts to service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses, SDVOSBs. This isn't just a feel-good program. This is a legal mandate that gives SDVOSBs a significant leg up in the competitive bidding process, often allowing for sole source contracts up to a certain dollar amount. The key is certification. You must register and be verified through the VA's Center for Verification and Evaluation, CVE process, which is now transitioning to the Small Business Administration, SBA. This verification proves that your business is truly owned and controlled by the service-disabled veteran. Many veterans start businesses but fail to realize the immense financial power of this certification. Federal contracts are lucrative, stable, and often multi-year agreements. By obtaining SDVOSB status, you enter a protected market segment. This is a direct pathway to massive revenue generation, leveraging your service connection into economic empowerment. Don't just start a business, certify it. The certification process is rigorous because the government wants to prevent fraud, ensuring that the disabled veteran truly runs the company. They check everything: operating agreements, board minutes, bank accounts, and management control. Navigating this certification correctly is the hidden step that unlocks potentially millions in federal contracts. This is a game changer for economic independence. It's an entitlement that translates directly into business opportunity. The verification process, while detailed, is a small investment of time for the potential return on investment. The federal government has a mandated goal of 3% of all federal contracting dollars going to SDVOSBs. In a $1 trillion federal budget, 3% is an enormous pool of money. Many veterans miss this because they assume federal contracting is too complicated or requires massive lobbying, but the SDVOSB status streamlines access significantly. Furthermore, many state and local governments also recognize DVBE status, providing similar set-asides for state-level contracts. This creates a dual benefit, opening doors at both the federal and state levels. The eighth benefit is simple, delightful, and often forgotten. Free national park access. This is a quality-of-life benefit that provides immense recreational value. Any veteran, regardless of disability rating or service era, is now eligible for the Free America, the Beautiful Annual Pass, which covers entrance fees to all national parks and federal recreational lands. Before 2020, this was primarily for disabled veterans, but the rules expanded. All you need is proof of veteran status, a VA ID card, a driver's license with a veteran designation, or a DD-214. This pass typically costs around $80 per year, but the real value is the access it provides to hundreds of federal sites, allowing veterans and their families to enjoy some of the most beautiful natural resources in the country without worrying about entrance fees. While $80 might seem minor compared to the SAH grant, this benefit is about accessibility and mental well-being. It encourages veterans to get outside, travel, and utilize the restorative power of nature. Many veterans simply don't know they qualify because the information isn't prominently advertised. They assume they need a specific disability rating. They don't. If you served, you're eligible. Go online or visit any federal recreation site where the passes are issued and claim yours. This is a small, easy win that enhances life exponentially. It also extends to the veteran's immediate family traveling in the same vehicle. This is a fantastic, often overlooked perk that encourages family time and exploration. The key is understanding that the definition of veteran for this purpose is broad and inclusive. This includes access to sites managed by the National Park Service, U.S. Forest Service, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Bureau of Land Management, and the Bureau of Reclamation. It covers entrance fees and standard amenity fees. It is a tangible thank you for service that promotes physical and mental health through outdoor activity. Ninth, we delve back into healthcare, focusing on a critical distinction. Priority VA, healthcare enrollment groups. Most veterans know they can enroll in VA healthcare, but the system is tiered into 8 priority groups, and understanding which group you fall into determines your out-of-pocket costs, copays, and access speed. The hidden benefit lies in the nuances of Priority Group 7 and 8, and how easily a veteran can move into the higher, more beneficial groups, 1 through 6. For instance, veterans with a service-connected disability rating of 50% or more automatically fall into Priority Group 1, meaning they have no copays for VA medical care, prescriptions, or urgent care. The hidden truth is that many veterans with lower ratings, e.g. 10% or 20%, often qualify for a higher group if they have a low enough annual income or if they are receiving certain specific benefits, like the A&A pension. Veterans often enroll and stay in the group they were initially placed in without realizing that a change in income, a new disability rating, or a change in their employment status could automatically bump them into a group with significantly reduced or eliminated copays. You must proactively review your enrollment status annually, especially if your financial situation or disability status changes. Being in Priority Group 1 versus Group 7 can mean the difference between paying thousands of dollars a year for prescriptions and paying absolutely nothing. This is a massive financial benefit often left unclaimed because the veteran assumes the VA updates their status automatically. They do not. You must ensure the VA has your current financial information via the means test to ensure you are placed in the most advantageous group possible. This is not about getting access to care, but about getting free or heavily subsidized care. The difference between Group 6, no copay for service-connected care, but copays for non-service-connected care, and Group 1, no copays for anything, is enormous. Veterans often overlook the importance of submitting the annual financial update, which is the mechanism used to determine placement in the income-based groups. This small administrative task can unlock thousands in healthcare savings. The 10th overlooked benefit is deeply personal and often needed during a time of crisis. Burial benefits and memorialization. While most veterans know they can be buried in a national cemetery, they often overlook the specific financial reimbursements available. The VA offers 2 types of monetary burial benefits: a burial and funeral expense allowance, and a plot or interment allowance. If the veteran's death was service-connected, the VA can pay a significant amount toward burial expenses and a plot allowance. If the death was non-service connected, but the veteran was receiving VA compensation or pension at the time of death, a lower but still substantial amount is available. The hidden part is the specific paperwork and timing. Families often pay for the funeral out of pocket and then fail to file the claim for reimbursement within the strict 2-year time limit from the date of burial. Furthermore, the VA provides a presidential memorial certificate and a headstone or marker at no cost, even if the veteran is buried in a private cemetery. The family often assumes they must pay for the marker if they choose a private plot. This is incorrect. The VA will provide the marker and ship it free of charge. This benefit is crucial because funeral costs are exorbitant, and these reimbursements provide much-needed relief during a traumatic time. Families must save all receipts and file the necessary forms, VA Form 21P530, promptly. Do not let the grief prevent you from claiming these earned financial supports. Understanding the distinction between service-connected death and non-service-connected death is key, as the monetary amounts differ substantially. For a service-connected death, the reimbursement is far higher, often covering the entire cost of a modest funeral. For a non-service-connected death, the amount is fixed and lower, but still provides critical financial assistance. The hidden gem here is the efficiency of the VA's memorialization process. The marker is provided regardless of where the veteran is laid to rest. Moving to the 11th massive financial advantage, especially for homeowners: the VA Home Loan Funding Fee Exemption. The VA home loan is famous for its zero down payment requirement, but what many veterans don't realize is that the VA charges a funding fee, which is a percentage of the loan amount designed to keep the program running. This fee can range from 1.25% to over 3% of the total loan, translating to thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of dollars added to the principal. The hidden benefit is the complete exemption from this fee if the veteran has a service-connected disability rating of 10% or more. This is a colossal saving. If you are buying a $400,000 home and your funding fee is 2.15%, you save $8,600 immediately. Many veterans go through the loan process, pay the fee, and then later receive a disability rating, unaware that they could have had the fee refunded. If you paid the funding fee but later received a disability rating, even if it's 10% or 20%, you are entitled to a full refund. This is a critical point of financial recovery. Furthermore, the veteran does not need to be receiving compensation to qualify for the exemption. They only need the official rating. The exemption is not automatic. The lender must verify the disability status. Ensure your lender checks the VA systems before closing. If you are rated 10% or higher, you should never pay the VA funding fee. Period. This is an immediate, substantial cash savings that makes home ownership dramatically more affordable. It is a direct result of your service-connected status. This exemption applies to purchase loans, construction loans, and even refinance loans. Every time you utilize your VA loan benefit, if you are rated 10% or higher, you save this significant percentage. This is one of the easiest financial benefits to miss because the lender often assumes the veteran is aware, or the veteran assumes the fee is mandatory. Be proactive. Show your rating letter to your lender at the very start of the process. The 12th hidden benefit addresses long-term care needs. State veterans' homes. While the VA system provides medical care, the costs of extended nursing home care or assisted living are staggering. Every state has at least one, and often several, state veterans' homes. These are facilities that provide nursing home, domiciliary, or adult daycare services specifically for veterans. The hidden value is the subsidized cost. While they are run by the states, the VA provides significant per diem funding, making the cost to the veteran dramatically lower than private care facilities. Eligibility usually requires honorable discharge and state residency, and the fees are based on the veteran's income and ability to pay, ensuring affordability. Many veterans and their families are unaware that these high-quality, specialized facilities exist. They often assume they must rely solely on the A&A pension, Benefit 6, to pay for private care. State veterans' homes offer a reliable, affordable alternative for long-term skilled nursing care. The application process is handled through the state's Department of Veterans Affairs, not the federal VA, which is why it often falls off the radar. If you or a loved one needs long-term care, investigate the state veterans' homes in your area immediately. They offer a dignified, high-quality solution to the crushing cost of elder care, often providing specialized services tailored to veteran populations, including PTSD and TBI support. The waiting lists can sometimes be long, which emphasizes the need to apply proactively. These homes are not standard nursing homes. They are dedicated communities. They often provide rehabilitation services, recreational activities, and a strong sense of camaraderie among residents. The cost savings are monumental, often reducing a $10,000 per month private nursing home bill to a fraction of that cost, depending on the veteran's financial situation. Our 13th critical benefit is for the next generation. Educational benefits for dependents. Chapter 35, Sub DEA. The dependency and indemnity. Compensation, DIC, is well known for surviving spouses, but the educational benefits for children and spouses of veterans who are 100% P&T disabled or who died on active duty or from a service-connected cause are often underutilized. This is the Survivors and Dependents Educational Assistance, DEA, program, or Chapter 35. This provides monthly educational assistance for up to 36 or 48 months, covering tuition, books, and fees. The hidden aspect is that many families of 100% P&T veterans don't realize this benefit is available even while the veteran is alive and well. The veteran must be rated 100% P&T due to a service-connected disability. This benefit is a massive investment in the veteran's family, ensuring the children and/or spouse can pursue higher education without incurring crippling debt. The spouse typically has a 10-year window to use the benefit, and the children must generally use it between the ages of 18 and 26. This is a powerful legacy benefit. It is essential for the veteran to inform their family about this benefit and ensure they understand the opaque, strict age and time limits. This is a direct entitlement earned by the veteran's sacrifice, securing the educational future of their loved ones. Furthermore, some states offer additional, state-specific tuition waivers for dependents of disabled veterans, sometimes extending eligibility beyond the federal Chapter 35 rules. Combining Chapter 35 with state tuition waivers can result in virtually free college education for the dependents. This is a critical financial planning tool that is often overlooked until the children are already applying for student loans. The 14th benefit is a modern expansion of veteran privileges. Commissary and exchange access. For decades, this benefit was restricted to active duty military, retirees, and 100% service-connected disabled veterans. However, since January 1, 2020, the eligibility expanded to include all veterans who have a E/E service-connected disability rating, even 0% non-compensable, Purple Heart recipients, former prisoners of war, and primary caregivers of eligible veterans. This is not just a convenience. It is a substantial financial saving on everyday goods. Commissary prices are typically 30% or more below civilian supermarkets because they are subsidized and tax-free. Exchange purchases, PXBX, also offer tax-free savings and competitive pricing on electronics, clothing, and household goods. The hidden truth here is that many veterans with lower disability ratings, 10% or 20%, still assume they are ineligible based on the old rules. They are missing out on potentially thousands of dollars in annual savings. To utilize this benefit, you must obtain the appropriate Veteran Health Identification Card, VHIC, from the VA, which indicates your eligibility. This card is your golden ticket to tax-free savings and subsidized groceries. This expansion was a significant change in veteran law, and the awareness is still catching up. If you have any disability rating, no matter how small, you are entitled to this benefit. Use it. It is a recurring, everyday financial advantage. The savings accumulate rapidly, especially for large families or veterans on fixed incomes. It is essential to understand that while the commissary is tax-free, the exchanges charge a minimal fee, often 5%, that is reinvested into morale, welfare, and recreation, MWR programs. but the prices are still highly competitive compared to the civilian market. Finally, the 15th hidden benefit addresses a critical health gap. The VA Dental Insurance Program, VADIP, or Specific Dental Care Access. Dental care is notoriously expensive, and generally, the VA only provides comprehensive dental care to a very limited group of veterans, those with a 100% service-connected disability rating, those who were POWs, or those whose service-connected condition involves their teeth or mouth. This leaves the vast majority of veterans without VA dental coverage. The hidden solution is twofold. First, VADIP. This is a voluntary private dental insurance program offered by the VA in partnership with commercial carriers. It is not free, but the premiums are often significantly discounted compared to standard private plans, and it provides comprehensive coverage for veterans who don't qualify for the free VA dental program. This is the crucial bridge for veterans who need affordable dental insurance. Second, the specific exception for service-connected dental conditions. If you have a service-connected disability, even a low rating, and that condition impacts your oral health, ENRG, TMD secondary to PTSD, or injuries sustained in service, the VA must treat the dental issue related to that condition. Many veterans assume no free dental means no dental care at all, missing the VA DIP option and the specific service-connected exemptions. You must investigate VADIP if you are not 100% P&T. It is a vital, affordable option to maintain oral health, which is intrinsically linked to overall systemic health. The VA partners with Delta Dental and MetLife for VADIP, offering various plans and price points. The premiums are paid entirely by the veteran, but the negotiated rates and coverage are often superior to what veterans can find independently. This is a proactive step to prevent catastrophic dental expenses down the line. Do not neglect your oral health simply because you think the VA won't cover it. We have just navigated 15 complex, high-value benefits, each representing a crucial financial or quality of life entitlement that the VA does not proactively advertise. Let's briefly recap the immense weight of this information. We talked about the SAH grant, which can provide over $100,000 for home modifications, a critical resource for severely disabled veterans. We discussed the 120-day window for converting SGLI to affordable permanent private insurance, protecting your family's financial future. We highlighted the flexibility and superior benefits of VR&E, Chapter 31, over the standard GI Bill for career retraining. We covered the protective oversight of the VA fiduciary program for vulnerable veterans. We detailed the life-changing property tax exemptions offered by individual states, often saving tens of thousands annually. We clarified the aid and attendance pension, a financial lifeline for aging veterans needing long-term care. We focused on the massive revenue potential of SDVOSB certification for veteran entrepreneurs. We noted the simple, yet valuable, free national park access for all veterans. We stressed the importance of proactively managing your VA healthcare priority group to eliminate copays. We reviewed the critical financial reimbursements available for burial and memorialization. We emphasized the immediate cash savings from the VA home loan funding fee exemption for veterans rated 10% or higher. We covered the affordable, high-quality long-term care offered by state veterans' homes. We detailed the educational security provided by Chapter 35 for dependents of disabled veterans. We confirmed the expansive access to tax-free shopping via the commissary and exchange for almost all disabled veterans. And finally, we addressed the crucial need for dental coverage through the subsidized VA DIP program. These are not minor perks. These are structural entitlements designed to provide financial stability, health security, and educational opportunities. The system is complex, but complexity is not an excuse for inaction. Your mission now is clear. Identify which of these 15 benefits apply to your specific situation and immediately start the application process. Do not assume the VA will inform you. They will not. Do not assume you are ineligible. Check the specific criteria. Every veteran deserves the full measure of the benefits they earned through their service and sacrifice. Take control of your entitlements. This information is the key to unlocking the security you deserve. Go check those forms, check those deadlines, and secure your future today.